Hello everyone! In this video, we're going to take a look at St. Johns Wort. More precisely, what St. Johns Wort is, what it contains, what its health benefits are, its way of administration, dosages, and lastly, how to prepare the St. Johns Wort tea. Watch the video till the end to see the St. Johns Wort side effects, which should be known as well. Let's get started. What is St. Johns Wort? St. Johns Wort, Hypericum Perforatum, is an aherbaceous plant with straight stem, branched at the top, and has flowers with 5 yellow star-shaped petals. It has a thin, green and soft tail that can reach up to 3.3 feet in length. The leaves of this plant are oval and green. It grows in Europe, in the US, in New Zealand, East Asia, and Australia, and can be harvested from any plain area during the summer between June and July. What does the St. Johns Wort contain? St. Johns Wort contains hypericin, an active ingredient that has been scientifically proven to have antiviral, antidepressant, and antiseptic properties. In addition, St. Johns Wort includes another substance called hyperforin, which works against depression, stress, and different microbes or viruses. Recent studies have shown that St. Johns Wort consumption can act against depression nearly like the medications prescribed for depression. Another great thing about St. Johns Wort is its richness in tannins, catechins, and flavonoids. These are active antioxidant principles that help protect and defend the body. Moreover, St. Johns Wort contains chlorogenic acid and volatile oils with anti-inflammatory and calming properties, but also saponins with their antibacterial function. Let's do a St. Johns Wort review and see what are the St. Johns Wort benefits for health. Due to its anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, and antiviral properties, the products obtained from St. Johns Wort extract can be used against digestive problems. The properties of St. Johns Wort listed above help detoxify the liver, eliminate toxins from the body, soothe stomach pain, and regulate intestinal transit. In addition, St. Johns Wort can help ameliorate depression if it's consumed during periods of stress, insomnia, agitation, and irritability. St. Johns Wort is also good against panic attacks, showing a calming effect. Last but not least, products which contain St. Johns Wort extract, like creams or oils, are perfect for healing light wounds. Why? Because they can shorten and also accelerate their healing process. St. Johns Wort can treat flu and cold symptoms thanks to its antiviral and antiseptic properties. Furthermore, it reduces inflammation as well as pain. St. Johns Wort also helps at soothing the burning sensations on the skin. The size of various scars can be minimized if the St. Johns Wort extract is applied on them. Internally, it stimulates the secretion and excretion of the bile, it reduces spasms in the abdomen, decreases gastric secretion, and improves circulation. So it causes vasodilation and has a mild diuretic effect. That is why this plant is recommended in case of abdominal colic, biliary, or gastritis. It can be used as an infusion. Let's see the St. Johns Wort dosage administration recommendations. In internal administration, St. Johns Wort should be clearly dosed, respectively 2 to 3 cups a day of infusion in administration for 2 to 3 months, after which there's a break of at least 2 weeks. If you consume too much St. Johns Wort in any form, that can cause abdominal colic, nausea, vomiting, rash, dry eyes, and erectile dysfunction. Ways of administering the St. Johns Wort. St. Johns Wort can be consumed in several forms. For example, St. Johns Wort oil or St. Johns Wort tea. St. Johns Wort extract in the products mentioned earlier is very important because the extract is the one that has the healing effects. St. Johns Wort oil. St. Johns Wort oil can be prepared at home and can be applied to dry skin, wounds, eczemas, and lesions in order to treat and heal them because the oil has antibacterial properties. How can you prepare the St. Johns Wort oil? To prepare it, you need some St. Johns Wort flowers, enough to fit in a jar. Its size should be 1 liter or 0.27 US liquid gallons. Next, add sunflower or olive oil to the flowers in the jar until the jar is full. Let the mixture then soak for 2 to 3 weeks, and keep in mind that it is important that the jar is closed during this process and that it stays somewhere where it's warm and sunny. At the end, the oil obtained from St. Johns Wort can be filtered and used. St. Johns Wort tea. St. Johns Wort tea is very good, especially in the evening before going to bed, due to the fact that it shows a calming effect and helps against insomnia and agitation. Moreover, the tea reduces stomach pain and ensures the proper functioning of the digestive system. How can you prepare the St. Johns Wort tea? Pour a cup, 236 milliliters of boiling water over a St. Johns Wort tablespoon of flowers and leaves, and leave it covered for 10 to 15 minutes. Strain the mixture, and lastly, serve it naturally or with honey and lemon. St. Johns Wort side effects. Even though St. Johns Wort offers significant benefits, it's important to keep in mind that it must be consumed and used with caution. This plant can cause photosensitivity, so when talking about the administration of St. Johns Wort products, sun exposure and excessive heat should be avoided. This way, different skin problems are less likely to occur. Moreover, there are some medications that should never be taken with St. Johns Wort in any form, because their active principles can interfere and lead to other health problems. Here are the medications that should not be consumed together with this plant: birth control pills, analgesic drugs, antidepressant drugs, anti-asthmatic drugs, and antihypertensive drugs. Another important thing is that alcohol has to be avoided while consuming St. Johns Wort. For children, St. Johns Wort tea is recommended only after the age of 6 because it can cause nausea or constipation. St. Johns Wort teas are recommended in moderation for pregnant women and only on the doctor's prescription. Finally, St. Johns Wort is one of the best herbs known to man. It can be used for problems with the nervous system, digestive system, and even skin problems. St. Johns Wort is a very good sedative due to the ingredients that it contains and is especially recommended during times of stress. Have you ever used the St. Johns Wort? And if you did, was it helpful for you? Let me know your answers in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching! If you want to see more videos related to natural remedies and health benefits, which you can easily prepare by yourselves at home, then please feel free to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and make sure to click the bell so you'll receive notifications every time I post a new video. With that said, have a great day and take care!